I'm here with Anoir Bennour, a visionary entrepreneur, an active member of the Tunisian Game Dev community. He's general manager at the Creative Digital Lab Incubator. He's the event manager at the Tunisian Game Development Association and the head of Carthage Digital at Carthage Film. He's contributed to many seminal events in Tunisia, Global Game Jam, Carthage Game Show, and Comic-Con 2016. He has increasing interest and involvement in the games ecosystem in Tunisia and the MENA region for creative digital industries. Anoir, I'm delighted to have you with us today at the Business of Indie Games.
Hello, thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
We'll dive straight in. It's not well known, but how come Tunisia has such a sophisticated games market?
So first of all, I want to talk about our local market. So our local market, it's a really small market in Tunisia. We have between 24 and 32 studios in Tunisia. So they are under releasing their games now after working on them on 5 years and 6 years. So for releasing these beautiful games. So there is one game, it will be released in 14 December by the Ukie studio, and there is more from the other studios. So really, this is the market in Tunisia.
And where's the money come from? Who's investing in Tunisia in such a big way?
Yeah, so in Tunisia, so we have many founders, many acceleration programs. So that gives the opportunity for our entrepreneurs to create their own studio, and we have also the government that they invest also in the indie game studios in Tunisia, and we have like our financial program here that we offering for the Tunisian studios. So it's a fund between 10 and 15K dollars per project, and we select four top studios per year, and we include them in an incubation program specifically for them. And we after that we give them an international visibility in the international festivals like Paris Games Week, Gamescom, etc.
Wow, that sounds great. It's wonderful that you're getting such grassroots support at indie level. Can you tell us about a bit more how Tunisia links into the rest of the MENA region, Middle East and North African region?
Yeah. So when we talk about the MENA region markets, so we can find probably four advanced countries like Tunisia, Morocco, South Africa, and Lebanon. In Africa, we have the three countries that they really invest in the video games development, and the most of it is Tunisia and South Africa, and we can find Morocco. And in the MENA region, we can find Lebanon and Dubai, Emirates, that they are investing in video games development and esports.
Wow, how exciting!
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit how you're supporting game developers in Tunisia right now?
So after our work as an association in Tunisia, so we creating a digital department has been created by the National Center of the Cinema and Image that included a Creative Digital Lab. So it's a specific incubator for the digital startup working on video games and all the digital creative industries. And we can find also the Gaming Lab, it's a specific laboratory for testing video games, Tunisian products, and also for making training sessions for esports team in Tunisia in partnership with our Federation of Esports. So as we as the government, so and as the Ministry of Culture in Tunisia, we invest in studios, and we are convinced that the video games is a culture product in Tunisia. So there is we organized also many challenges, many events to create and recreate the biggest community in Tunisia, and to inform the others that they have a big market that we can attend as a Tunisian game community. And after that, we can find many programs with our partners around the world, and in the North Africa, in Morocco, in Algeria, etc. So to support our studios and our young developers from making challenges, making info sessions about the market, about our Tunisian studios, how they start creating video games, and how they succeed in attending the international markets and the local markets. And after that, we're offering for them all the supports from equipment, computers, financial programs, coaching sessions, etc., and training sessions in our spaces, creative spaces in Tunisia.
Oh, that's great. What kind of games are these guys making?
So in Tunisia, we have all the community are focusing on developing mobile and PC games, because we don't have the development kits of Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo's. But there is some studios that they begin to publish their game on to publish their game on Nintendo Switch very soon, and they will take an international market.
Thank you. So what opportunities do you see, firstly, in the mobile market for your developers?
So our young developers, they find the mobile game here in Tunisia. It's easy to develop it, and it's easy to commercialize it, and to find editors around the world. So they starting development mobile games because they can find easily publishers, investors in Tunisia, and they can make an advance on their products, on their prototyping.
Is there specific money available for prototypes?
Yeah, so our program is dedicated for the pre-production of video games, for prototyping. So we gathering the best and top ideas in the program, and we give them a funds to developing their prototypes.
And are those prototypes then sold to, you know, the international market, to the normal publishers we'd all expect?
Yeah, so like I said, we give them an international visibility. We gathering them to the biggest event like Gamescom and Paris Games Week, GDC, to connect them with investors and editors, publishers, so around the world. So after that, they can make a business and make deals with others, and make deals with many gaming digital services.
Thank you. And so how do you see the market developing, both on mobile and on PC?
In Tunisia?
Yes, please.
So
and nationally, actually, if you have an opinion.
Mm-hmm. So internationally, we have games that will be competitive in the international market. So, like I said, the Veterans Online game developed by Ukie. So it will be released in 14 December, and so I think that it will be it will take a big market if it's not international, but it will be attend the Arab markets and the MENA region markets. To have we have really potential, a big potential for our indie game to develop the developers in Tunisia from their product as a mobile game or a PC game.
Yeah, thank you. And how do you see the game investment marketing developing? What do you see needs to be done to create local publishers and encourage publisher investment in Tunisia?
So this is our mission, is to present and promote our studios and our activities in Tunisia to the other publishers, to the international publishers and the international investors. So to convince them to come in Tunis and make deals with our studios. So, and because of that, we will organize the biggest event in Tunisia. Its name is Tunis Games Festival. So it will be the biggest festival in Tunis, in Africa, and in the MENA region. So, and we will gathering many publishers and many international studios. So to make them in contact with our local studios to make deals.
Thank you. Are there any incentives for publishers to set up in Tunisia or anything like that?
Yeah, so we will. So we are trying to convince some publishers to set up in Tunisia, but I think that it will be we will be have our publishers in Tunisia, because immediately we have some studios, so they will release their games as self publishing, but they are and others, so making deals with international publishers now. So after 2 years, maybe, or after 1 year or two years, so we can see our local publishers in Tunisia.
Yeah, thank you. So what you're saying is that the publishers will set up themselves, they'll maybe developer turn publisher, and then they'll do arm's length deals per territory with the rest of the world?
I didn't hear you clearly. Sorry,
Oh,
can
sorry.
you?
So you're saying that the local developers will self-publish and then become publishers. They'll get investment and then they'll do deals with international publishers for other territories.
So our local our indie developers, so they develop their own their own video games, and they release the game by self-publishing on so when we're talking about mobile games, so they release and publish it on Play Store and iOS Store, etc. So after that, so they can still searching a publisher to make the market more bigger that they have. So, and there is others, so that they are trying to find some international publishers before they starting their self-publishing.
Yeah, I see. That's great. And are there many opportunities for foreign investment to come into Tunisia, or co-investment?
So you're talking about an international investment in Tunis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So foreign companies come in, can they do co-investment with Tunisian companies, and are there incentives for that?
Yeah, so when I look at some studios in Tunis, so we can find some studios are making making partnerships with other international studios. So they make their video games and their product in co-production by another studios in Europe, etc. So, and we had seen many international investors that they want to invest in Tunis and in gaming development and esports. And also, so there is many publishers that many publishers and biggest studios around the world that are interested to set up another another studio in Tunis. So
thank you. And so you mentioned there are prototype funds. Are there also funds available for production?
What? I cannot hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. You mentioned there are funds available for prototypes. So there are also funds available for production, full production?
So so we have only now the fund for prototyping. So between 10 and $50K, but we are preparing a new fund with our partners and international partners and local partners. So to prepare the fund that they can attend $300K.
That's great. And how long will it be before that fund opens for you?
What?
How long will it be before the fund opens?
So the fund will be opened. So it depends for our agreements with our partners. But I think that we will be available after 1 year for the next year.
Right, great, thank you. Can you tell me, do you have any advice or insight for developers that want to start out in Tunisia? Based on the experience that you've had up until now, you're clearly across most of the industry in Tunisia. What advice would you give for people starting out?
So I want to say, so if you have an idea and you can develop it, and you can find so the best team that you want to work with it, you want to work with him. So you can start by your first prototype, and you can find many programs in Tunisia and around the world. So to give you a fund, so for even if for prototyping, or even you can find publishers around the world that they will invest in your product. So just start and create your prototype. Then you will know though what you can do with what are you waiting for in the international market.
And what have you found are the easiest funds for developers to access?
The easiest funds is to participating in competitions and challenges, and to win many cash prizes, so that they can survive the startup, the studio in Tunisia.
Thank you. It's been a real pleasure to talk to you today. If people would like to reach out to you, how do they contact you, please?
So they can contact me on LinkedIn, on my personal email, or on Twitter.
Okay, great. What's your Twitter handle, please?
My Twitter is Anoir.Bennour.
Great, thank you. It's been a real pleasure today. I've really enjoyed speaking to you. Thank you very much.